Greetings and salutations, it's BiggieJDM and we're back with another lunchtime repair. We need to get this blob eye sorted out because since I've brought it, I've not really been able to enjoy it because of the cooling issue it has. Now, I suspected when I brought it there could be a possible cooling issue. As you can see, we had the header tank changed, but still, something's not right. It's causing a few issues. So after speaking with our friend Mick at Briggs & Skinner, we advised that the pipe that goes to the overflow tank could be blocked, and if it is, sometimes that causes cooling issues. So the test today is to take that pipe off and blow down it. If you can blow down it, then it's not blocked. If you can't blow down it, then it is blocked, and we're going to have to get a new one, and that could be causing the issue. I'm hoping and praying it is, because if it is a head gasket issue, well, we don't want to cross that bridge. We don't want to go down that route. It won't be worth fixing it. So we are going to do some checks right now. Let's go. I've taken it off, as you can see, and I've taken the other end off. You can't blow down it at all. Right, that's the other end, and this is this end. There's no way I can get down it, so I'm gonna have to get another one, something I'll have to ring Eddie for. Right, let's go see Eddie, try and get a new part, and then we'll come back and try and fit it. Let's go. We're back again. Right, so after a quick talk with Eddie, we've actually got a new I don't know what it's called. Well, let's call it an expansion tank pipe, you know, for layman terms, as you can see. So we've just got that, and you can blow down it. Fine. So we know this works, so we need to get this fitted to the car, and that's what we're going to do now. So we start by unbolting the air duct. This just sits over the aluminium radiator and it's held in by two 10mm bolts. It's easy enough just to remove. We then start removing the overflow pipe, which is connected to the radiator fan housing, which just sits across the top, and that's held in by a few 10mm bolts. So as you can see, it's out now, yeah, the pipe's off, and you can, just inspecting the pipe, it's very rusty, so maybe it's rusty inside, I don't know. I doubt it's going to be the silicone pipe end. I think it's just going to be the metal pipe that's just rusted out. So let's get the silicone pipe onto the new pipe in the right angle and go from there. The new pipe already has the rubber pipe which goes into the expansion tank, which is a good thing. We just need to block off that other end and see how that goes. Right, let's go. So as explained, all you see me do here is remove the silicone hose that was connected to the old pipe and attach it to the new pipe just by using a single clip. I do my best to angle everything as it was, so when refitting, it connects straight to the header tank without any adjustment. I then refit the pipe, connecting the silicone pipe to the header tank on the left, and then feeding the rubber pipe into the expansion tank. I then reuse the same 10mm bolts I removed from the previous pipe, and then I quickly do a sanity check to make sure it's all free flowing, and that's it, job done. So that's all on and fitted securely to the car. You can see why this one, well, you just look at the end of that. It's rusted through. I don't know if it can focus, but it's rusted through. And that's why nothing was being able to go to the overflow. Which still doesn't mean that's the reason for it overheating, but we want it to be. So the last few minutes of my lunch break, I'm going to try and find the clip that fell off the pipe so to secure it. If not, I'll have to find one, and then try do my best to run it up. Now what I've done is I've got a genuine Subaru filler cap from RCM, so that's what I'm fitting to this. I'm going to run it up and then see how it goes once I find a clip for the water tank pipe. Let's go. Okay, so it's now all together. I'm going to leave the radiator cap off just in case there's some air in the system that needs to be bled out. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've also put a little bung in the overflow end, the short end, as it was previously. So I'm going to pack the tools away, run it up, and see how it goes. It's going to make some noise. Now please bear in mind that in the previous video we released, we replaced the radiator in this car because the radiator currently in the car, what you can see now, is not the correct one for this Subaru WRX. So in real time, this video should have come prior to the previous one, but we still believe it's important to see how we resolve the overheating issue before changing the radiator. Right then, so what you can see, it does bubble up, it does kind of, I don't know, bubble, and you can see water now going into the coolant tank, into the overflow tank now. I'm not sure if you can see. There is coolant going in there now, into that overflow tank. So, let's just go and have a look at the gauge, the fuel gauge, to see what. So it's at halfway. It's, you know, it's just situated at halfway. Which means it seems like it's operating okay. But the only way to really know would be to kind of take it out for a spin. So let's clean everything up. Let's just clean everything up and see how it goes. Take it for a spin, eh? May as well. Right, so we've taken it for a long ride. Let's have a look underneath the car. I won't say a long ride, but it's a ride at pace. I don't see any leaks. They were there before. That leaking was there before. I should have really cleaned it up, to be fair. But it seems, let's just have a look in the expansion tank. There's a little bit of bubbling in there. A little bit of bubbling in there. But it seems to be working. Doing what it's supposed to be doing. So, you know, that looks like a job well done. We'll see, but I don't know if it's supposed to be bubbling like that in the overflow tank. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know, but we shall see. But it looks like it's not bursting at the top anymore, which is a good thing. Maybe just keep driving it and see how it goes. And that's it. Overheating issues solved. Fingers crossed. If you like that video, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell me what you think. You can't be careful. Drive safe on the road and tell someone that you love them before you go to bed. Biggie who, Biggie what, Biggie when? And it's my blog, BiggieJDM. We'll see you then. When my mechanic told me that the pipe being blocked could be the issue for overheating, admittedly, I didn't believe him. I can't believe one overflow pipe being blocked could cause such catastrophic overheating issues, coolant bursting out the header tank and everything. Wow, that is insane. Well, at least we sorted it out. Tell me if this has happened to you. Have you ever had to change this? And what was your story? Leave a comment below, subscribe, and don't forget to share with a Subaru friend or someone you think may love this video. Remember, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers this year. Remember to hit that subscribe button so we can keep delivering this content. Biggie who, Biggie what, Biggie when, BiggieJDM, and we'll see you in the next Subaru video.
Boom.